Okay. So it seems like there's some sort of controversy going on in the David Goggins fandom. I was scrolling through TikTok today, and normally I try to avoid a lot of the David Goggins-esque content. I'm not a really big fan of that type of motivation where it's like, yeah, that's right. I didn't think you could do it. I didn't think you would show up to the gym. I think that type of negative reinforcement, um, is not very good for the mental, you know? I think if you're not like, if you associate the gym or exercise in general with like a negative background of like, worthlessness, I don't think that's a sustainable form of encouragement, you know? Um, but regardless, his actual TikTok page, or account, came up in my feed, and he's talking about some guy named Sean, and I guess he called him a bitch and said that, he said something about David Goggins' Navy SEALs career. I don't know, but it was so fucking funny. Like, I was drinking the pre-workout. I just like, I know I'm addicted to my phone because I do this, but I'm like holding my phone up so that I can like tilt my head back to drink the pre-workout. Um, but yeah, it came up and he's like sitting there and his voice. He's like screaming. Oh, that was fun. That was quite enjoyable. And it definitely got me, prepared to go to the gym. But, uh, we got chest today, chest and side delts to be more specific. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, in yesterday's video, but I kind of want to change it up a little bit, specifically with how I do my incline Smith or incline barbell press. Normally I just, I warm up and everything, and normally that's my first movement. And I'll set up the bench and set everything up. But my grip is pretty narrow. And after reviewing a lot of other people, just, I enjoy bodybuilding content. I enjoy gym content. So, it just pops up in my feed a lot. I kind of noticed that these people have a much wider grip than me. And I'm thinking, because lately my chest days haven't been like I remember my chest days being pretty fucking crazy. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still pushing myself. And, I'm still really making it a point to get a, sick chest pump. But I just remember getting better chest pumps. And I'm like kind of trying to think of, what was I doing differently back then that I'm not doing anymore? And to be honest, I can't really think of anything. So I'm just kind of trying everything now. We're trying to do some root cause analysis, some RCA, to figure out what the problem is, narrow it down. So we're going to be doing two things today that are different. So I think I want to start chest with some hammer strength, incline, machine press, whatever you call it. But I think that would be a really good heavy, like first heavy movement, because when I do the Smith machine press, I'm planning on doing some lighter weight, focusing on the squeeze and like the stretch at the bottom. So I don't want to load up 225. I don't want that to be my first movement, load up 225 and, pull something. But I also don't want to load up only like 185 and have that be my first movement. I think that's kind of a waste of strength. So heavy hammer strength press, 2 or 3 sets, and then move on from there. Probably 2 sets of that, and then 2 sets of Smith. We'll see. But another thing I really want to try is I don't have a pec deck at this gym, or we don't have the conventional modern pec deck. We have some old school ones, and I'm not a fan of them. They have a pad, and it's weird. So I figured, why don't I just make my own? So I'll drag a bench over to one of the cable machines, and I'll set the cables low. And really, they're just seated cable flies, but I'm gonna call it my jerry-rigged heck deck machine, and just see how that feels. Because why the hell not? But then, yeah, that's 3 movements. We'll probably do some sort of other squeezing or stretching movement, and then move on to side delts. And yeah, I always get very congested on the way to the gym, and I'm not sure if it's because of like the insane amount of caffeine and you know vasodilators that I've taken. And that's pre-workout and just taking I'm not taking anything crazy. Don't let the fancy terminology make you think otherwise. Um, it's all that like blood flow enhancement stuff. I think it just kind of opens me up a lot and makes my like internal body temperature increase and makes me all sniffly. But not much left to say. I am gonna hype myself up, listen to some good music, warm up in the gym, and hopefully they won't be too busy. Uh, so I'll be able to get some recording done. I'd really like to, you know, capitalize on that. But oh, fuck. Wait, I forgot to even mention the gym preparation triarch. Just to go over that real quick, I feel like I have to. We are well hydrated. Um, Easily over 50 ounces of water. I got a comment in yesterday's video. Thank you for leaving 7 comments about your lifestyle. It was very eye-opening, and I appreciate the advice. But I'm not planning on fasting for a day and then eating for a day. That's not going to work with me. But you do you. But they said something about like don't drink a gallon of water a day. I don't remember the rest of it, but that was the point: is don't drink a gallon of water a day. And I'm not saying like, hey, you should drink a gallon of water a day, because I think your height and your weight and activity level all play a pretty significant factor in how much water you can really tolerate. There is such a thing as what is it? Hydro. It's not hyperhidrosis. That's like when you sweat a lot. Regardless, it makes your cells very turgid, and then you'll die. But that's in very extreme cases. Uh, I just like to drink a metric fuck ton of water before the gym because I feel better. I don't like for my size, it takes a good bit of water to make sure that I'm fully hydrated. Uh, and I sweat a lot when I'm in the gym. So I don't want to get halfway through my workout and then become very dehydrated. Uh, I don't want to get any type of headaches or it's just good for me. I found that drinking this amount of fluid before the gym really helps. So don't mimic what I'm doing with that. Drink as much water as you yourself can handle. You can go ahead, big guy. You're good. It is a case by case basis. You know your body far better than I know yours. So, yeah. But again, thanks for the comment. But let's see. We are as carbed up as one can be on a drastic cut. I've had maybe like 17-ish grams of carbs in me. And then I'm very well rested. I slept like a baby last night. And then after I woke up, did my cardio, had steak and eggs, and then drank a bunch of fluids, and then I took a little nap. So I am feeling good. But all right, enough yapping. I'll see you guys in there.
Okay. No. 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 Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I got stuff to eat more. I got to do I got kids on that. That's stuff to eat. For the night, better. I don't start. But I could get some. I wouldn't even get all blessed. That's why I do it in the morning. Too hot.
Okay. That was fucking sick. Whew. Come on. Turn that to a drop set. Whew. Man, I should listen to my advice more often. That was one of the best chest days I've had in a fucking long time. But let's see how it's looking. I hope it looks as good on the video as it does in the mirror. Because holy fuck. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to put it other than holy shit. I mean, come on. You can't tell me that's not insane. Holy cow. Oh my god. All right. What else is there? There's not a lot of good poses for chest, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you're not really seeing much chest there, but yeah, that wide grip, like taking the super wide grip on bench was insanely good. I did 185, 2 sets of, fuck, I don't even remember. It was like more than 8. But that feeling when I got down to here, fucking insane. I think next chest day, I'm probably going to start off with those. I feel a lot better about trying that out. I just didn't want to start off with it today and have it kind of just suck. And then, I've burned through some of my strength and, the pump will kind of suffer from that. So those 2 sets of hammer strength press felt really fucking great. I figured out if I adjust the seat a little higher, I get a much better contraction and I get less like front delt activation in it. So that's been fucking great. And then, man, that like setup pec deck thing that I did, whew, that felt great. I kind of wish I went a little heavier. But fuck, man. I mean, the pump speaks for itself, right? Oh, man. But, we're not done yet. Gotta go hit rear delts. And I got plenty of time to do it. So I'll try to record some of those sets. All right. Side delts and traps are complete. I just did 2 sets of heavy dumbbell shoulder shrugs. Got some straps and everything. It felt pretty fucking good just to round things out. But let's see what it looks like. I mean, what is there to say? It just leaves me speechless every single time. Man, I am feeling broad. I'm looking broad. I'm trying to bias the shoulder in this angle. I mean, shit, man. That's sick. You know, doing some justice. But all in all, I did what? 3 sets of heavy lateral raises, 2 sets of those shrugs. Then I did 2 sets of cable lateral raises, and then 1 set of machine seated lateral raise. It didn't feel that great, so I did a superset with 25-pound dumbbells and just kind of went until I burnt out. So, shit, guys. I mean, this looks great. I gotta get the stomach to go away in this angle when I pose so that I can get a really sick thumbnail for the YouTube video. Maybe if I lean forward a bit. How's that look? You tell me. Is that thumbnail worthy? Whew. Well, I am gonna shower up and I will see you guys in the car. Plenty to discuss.
Man, was that not like a life-changing, spiritual, what's another good descriptive word? Self-fulfilling lift? That was fucking phenomenal. Like, I'm just so pleased. That wide grip bench, I really do think the wide grip bench made all the difference in the world. I just got such a deep burn. I felt like I opened something up in my chest during those 2 sets of wide grip bench that allowed me to like soak in the pump, if that makes any sense. It's fucking phenomenal. Hopefully the hose down kind of did it justice. But man, that was fucking great. Man. I should have taken the time to think about like a good topic of discussion. You know what? We'll wing it. So I bet some of you are wondering, how is the 10-week challenge going? I'm doing it every day. And I'm like uploading these videos pretty much every day, but I'm not really talking about where I am at my weight. So when I first started the 10-week challenge, I was hovering around 225, 226 within that ballpark. And I've kind of been plateaued at that point since April. And really it was because I was like, I wasn't doing a good job with my cut. I was snacking a lot. So I was pretty much eating at maintenance for like 2 months. So while I didn't gain any weight, I certainly didn't lose any either. And when I say weight, I mean fat. So this 10-week challenge is kind of like a renewed, like, come on, get this shit over with. Cut's been going on for too long anyway, so I got to really round things out. So, like I said, 225, 226 is where we started. As of this morning, we are at 216.0, 216 on the dot. And I actually ended up making a Google Sheet. So I've made it so that I have like all the dates up to the end of the year. And next to it, every morning when I weigh myself, I just put in the weight there and it'll automatically populate a line graph for me. So you can kind of see the trend over time. So that's been pretty cool. And it's just been like another motivator to make sure that I stick to it. So, we're pretty much 10 pounds down. And it's been what, like 30 something days? You can't tell me I'm not doing something right. Now, of course, you should really be relying on the averages from week to week to tell you like how much you've actually lost over the course of time. So I only recently started this Excel sheet or Google Sheets, whatever, same difference. So I started it probably 10 days ago, something like that. So my first week's average was about 219 on the dot, with a high of like 222 and a low of 217. As of this morning is when I weighed in that 216.0. So I can say with pretty great confidence that this week's average will be at least a pound lower than last week's. Over the last like 3 or 4 days, I haven't weighed over 220 at all. And I expect it to stay that way because I'm kind of kicking ass. I haven't changed the way that I like eat or track anything. Like I'm still doing that all very consistently. The only difference that I've made is that I'm actually making sure that I am eating 2,000 calories. There is no snacking. I am like very strict with myself. And that was just my problem was, I was a little too loosey-goosey with it. And I don't really have a reason as to why. I don't fucking know. I'm kind of pissed at myself that I let myself do it for so long. But, progress is progress. I mean, I'm seeing differences every day at this point. It's only been 30 days and already all of my pants are too big. I am, I have belts and everything, but one of the belts that I wear, it's too big now. I'm on the last hole for it. And even still, depending on the pants that I'm wearing, it'll sag. So I've got to punch some new holes into that belt. That's what I've got to do. I only have like 1 or 2 pairs of shorts. I just don't like wearing shorts that much. But this pair of shorts I've had since like 2017. I just, for whatever reason, I really like it. It's very comfortable. But, I was wearing it the other day and normally I never wear a belt with these shorts. They've always fit just fine without. But the other day I was wearing it after I got out of the gym. And as I was walking out of the gym, I had my phone and my keys in my pockets. I had to hold my shorts up they were going to fall if I wasn't careful. So I'm wearing those same shorts right now, and I've got a belt on. So we are all good. So shit, man, I'm very happy. Things are going very, very well. Um, and then in the realm of meal prep, I'm very lazy. I don't, I'll just throw together, like I eat how I like, but of course, like I love sandwiches, right? And I don't want to sacrifice eating sandwiches just to like lose all this fat. So what I've done is I sub out my normal, uh, sourdough bread or whatever type of bread with keto bread, you know, and think of that, but like across the board. So low fat alternatives are your friend. It's been going great, but I found this company. Um, they're called Clean Eats, and they're kind of dotted all over the country, but I think they started off like here where I'm at. And they like update their menu every week, and the macros look really good, and the price is really good, and you can make all types of adjustments to it. So I decided, you know what, let me fucking try it. So I got 6 different meals from them. And I did the high protein option, so they just double the meat, and the low carb option. So if it comes with rice, it'll come with like something else. I don't fucking know. But those won't arrive until this Sunday. I got to pick it up from my nutrition store. So I'll probably pick it up on Monday. And shit, man, if those are good, if the macros are, it shows the macros of the unadjusted ones. So like without the double protein, without the low carb options, and the macros for them alone are pretty fucking good. So I'm hoping with my alterations, they'll be fucking perfect. It'll be well worth it for me to just buy this every week. So, I'll let you guys know how it is. I'm sure some of you have a Clean Eats nearby. Um, and I've been looking at all types of, meal prep companies and stuff. And most of them just don't seem that great. And, so I don't eat pork, and a lot of them don't really have any like, oh, you get to select what you want and you can edit it however you'd like. They don't have that. So this company does. Hopefully it'll work out good. I'll let you know. But plan for right now is I'm actually going to pop by the nutrition store, let them know about my order, and I want to pick up some new electrolyte mix. I had one a while ago, but I went through all of it, and I already drink a fuck ton of water. I might as well enjoy some nice flavored water with amino acids and electrolytes and all of the good fun stuff. But we have back in rear delts tomorrow. I'm already excited about it, and hopefully you guys are as well. But I will see you guys tomorrow for that. I don't know how to sign off. I'll see you guys tomorrow.